Okay, this is Mary's Beauty coming back with you to show you about my henna process. If you're just catching this video, this is part 2. The first video I talked about and showed actually how I prepare my henna, and this video is me applying the henna. What I did, because you all know I've been having challenges with my video, the system that I use is not recognized by YouTube. So my system does not recognize YouTube, and YouTube does not recognize my system, in the sense that YouTube has given me authorization to make videos longer than 15 minutes, but my system is not recognizing that and does not allow me to upload videos longer than 15 minutes. So in essence of time, what I did is already did the back. So I would show you. But in terms of prepping to put it on, even though I consider myself an expert now, I don't have much splashes really. But I just still, because I do have a baby, and you know, you just don't want something to splash somewhere. When you're cleaning up, you didn't get that spot, and then your baby get a hold to it. So just in essence, you know, for safety reasons with my baby, I always take one of my old sheets and I have it on the floor. I am standing on it so that any splatter is one of those big bed sheets. So any splatter, it would catch it. It is a dark green sheet. So if you do that, do not use one of your good white sheets, but use a dark sheet. But I've already did the back of it. And I'll just show you the back. As you can see, I've just already applied it to the back area. And that's it. And also always liked in doing henna treatments that once you get that paste on the back, you're also able to do a length check, because it keeps that hair still for you. So I've actually have gotten some good growth. But okay, now for the front, so you all can see exactly how I apply it. As you see, I do not, and I know this is not good, I do not use gloves, because I got to be able to feel my hair and feel my way through. And especially being a stretcher, doing this in the middle of a stretch, it's hard for me to feel through those gloves, feel my scalp. And as I told you, with my henna, that is one of the things that I concentrate on, and that is my scalp, because henna is good for balancing your scalp back out, getting it clean, purifying it, pulling out impurities. It is good, and that's what helps the growth. So it is good for the scalp, as well as for strengthening the hair. So that's one of the main things that I do like to focus on with my henna treatment, is getting it on my scalp. And with those gloves, when I am into a stretch, I cannot feel my scalp. So I just suffer going a couple of days with my hair a little tinge red, but I don't care. I do not care. And I don't even use gloves when I do my relaxing. I know that is not good. Well, I use one hand be gloved, but I know that's not good, but hey. Y'all want me to keep it real. You know, you want me to bring you videos showing how I do things, and I just want to be real. That's the only way is I'm going to tell you all what not to do, because I made a mistake and did it, and vice versa. So I'm just keeping it real. I'm not going to be doing things one way, and then when I do my video, I try and do another way. I'm sorry, that's just me. And, you know, criticize me if you want. That's fine. I'm just like to be real. But just apply it to the hair as such. And what I'm doing now is just like as if I was doing a Texlax or applying a relaxer to somebody. I would put it on, except with the henna, I'm making sure I'm getting my scalp. As you just saw how I wiped it across like that, I am putting it on my scalp and then on the new growth. That's why, because I put it on my scalp. That's one of the reasons that I definitely like to use my rosemary powder, my rosemary leaf powder that you all saw me mix in the henna treatment, because it's good for the scalp in fighting off any bacteria that's on the scalp. Because I'm gonna tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that's one of the main thing that causes our hair not to grow, and that is bacteria, microbial bacteria on the scalp. You know, that's why it's important that we shampoo our hair. We have a good regimen in terms of shampooing our scalp, rather. You know, that's why they say that the shampoo is for the scalp and the conditioner is for the hair. Now, what I'm going to do now is get it worked on the hair strand. Okay. And while I'm applying this, and you'll see better when I do this side, but while I am applying this, just want to go over some things about henna. Why I like henna and the benefits that not only I hear people talk about, that I've also have seen with henna on my hair, which is the reason why I'm going to incorporate this back into my regimen, because it just has so many good benefits that I'm missing out on. Henna, as we all know and talk about, it strengthens the hair, which is very, 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 very important to have that strength in the hair. It is a plant that has properties that actually penetrates the hair shaft. And when it penetrates the hair shaft, it actually binds with the keratin that's in the hair. Okay? When it binds with that keratin, that's what gives it that, you know, that added strength that you're needing. Okay? Now, it also have coating properties that when it coats the hair, it fills in any holes, any brokenness in that rigid cuticle, okay, or what we call a frayed cuticle, cuticle that, you know, pretty much has sustained some damage. Okay. Now, it also, as I said, fills in the frayed spots on the cuticle, which by doing that, it is adding an extra layer. Okay, adding an extra layer over that strand. Now, don't get concerned thinking that because of that extra layer that it is not that it will block out moisture. It does not. The way it penetrates that strand, penetrates it, it brings about that extra layer, but it also allows the moisture that your hair needs to get in. Okay? So it do not block out moisture. It just has a way of getting in there and filling in those spots. And that's why people, when you use henna, I know for myself, you know, you may have heard people be like, oh God, my hair feels smoother. The reason why is because of that layer that it is forming on your hair strand. That's what's filling in those bad spots on your cuticle that before, when you used to run your hand up and down your cuticle, it feel all rigid and didn't feel smooth. Well, it's filling in those spots. That way you can see this better. Getting my edges. It's filling those spots in. Okay? And that's why you will hear people, and I know for myself, they would say that their hair is smoother after they rinse out their henna. Okay? So yes, it has a way of giving you that smoothness back, and helping your hair to be able to, I would say, sustain day-to-day manipulation and not have further damage. And that's from the strength as well as from your cuticles being smoother now. Okay? That's helping to, your combing and people that brush their hair. It's helping them to be able to do that and not damage their hair any further. Because that cuticle is now them cracks done got filled in and your hair is now smoother. It does promote hair growth because it is actually getting in there, and it is detoxifying your scalp, giving your hair a better environment to grow in. Okay, so it helps to, especially that shikakai, if that's how some of you pronounce it, that's how I pronounce it. Especially with that, helps it to get in there, and it cleanses that scalp and get any bacteria that is on that scalp gets that, it kills it. And that's why also people do this, say they have less dandruff as well, because it actually balances out your scalp. It balances it out. It puts it back how it's supposed to be. Okay. One good thing is there's no chemicals. That's why I'm able to use it on my hand and not worry. No chemicals. You can leave this on as long as you want. You don't got to worry about these harsh chemicals. It may smell earthly, but this is pure. I like that. No chemicals whatsoever. Good, good downright natural treatment for the hair. If anybody want color, helps with the color. It also, strengthens. So it works like a protein. So some people find that their hair feel harder. That's why I like to put a lot of oils and a conditioner in my mixture. Especially adding that egg. That's going to give you extra strengthening properties. So I like to add a lot of oil to mine. And also, ladies, remember that this plant is penetrating into your hair. And as it's penetrating in, it's taking in what all you put in your mixture. So that's why I make sure that you're not just throwing oil in there, but you're getting oils that are going to benefit your scalp and or your hair. Okay? Don't just throw any oil in there. You want oils that, because it's going to be sitting on your hair for a long time. So you want some oils that's going to be doing some things while it's sitting on your hair. But it also will help to not make it feel so hard when you rinse it out. One good thing that I do like about the henna, especially me being Tex-Lax and being a stretcher, is that it does loosens your curl. It does loosens your curl pattern. So I do like that. It makes my new growth. So I like to get it on that new growth, especially because it makes it more easier to comb. So that's how I apply my henna. What I'm going to do is I'm going to twist these up into 2 balls, and then I'm going to wrap it. And before I rinse it out, I'm going to come back and show you, how it is once it is rinsed. But I just take my saran wrap and wrap it around, and I'm going to let this sit on here for pretty much the whole day. It is 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to rinse this out tonight. All right, before I go to bed. So you all just stay tuned, and I'll be bringing the next step to you. I'll try and find a way that you can see how I rinse it out, because that is important. Maybe I can get my son to hold up the camera for me. Yeah, I'll do that. All right, so stay tuned for part 3. Bye-bye.